Hi, my name is Sue Levy, and I'm super excited to take you through some ideas that can help you reduce your inflammation and feel great. And we're going to tackle one specific hack, which is how you snack in a healthy way and how to make it super easy, how to reduce your inflammation and support your overall goals by doing something that you actually need to be doing. So let's get started. This is me and my family. May the force be with you. My name is Sue Levy again. I'm a behavior change expert, and I've spent 20 years creating programs to help people improve their health. And my mission is to make millions of lives better with the power of food as medicine. And that's because I know firsthand what's possible when you can get your eating working better for you. So I'm 50, and I want to take you back to my mid 30s because that's really when my health started to change. So I had headaches. I had digestive issues. So IBS, acid reflux, delayed gastric emptying. My cholesterol and triglycerides were rising. And then I got a pretty scary diagnosis that I live with today. So I live with a disease called LAM. It's an ultra rare and progressive lung disease. And when I got diagnosed, they said, not good. Most women with my disease need a lung transplant in 10 years' time. And so the next question is, well, what are the survival rates for lung transplants? And only half of the women are still alive 10 years after a transplant. So you can imagine, to hear that I might only have until I was like 54 years old to live was pretty show-stopping. But I'm an optimist. You'll get that sense about me. And they said, maybe lifestyle intervention could help. And I said, great. I'm going to do that. What do I need to do? And they were like, we're just not really sure. It's kind of wait and see. And so that has never been a good answer, not when my life was on the line. So that was really the beginning for me in my food journey. I went back to school to study nutrition, really just to learn what the experts in the scientific and medical community had to say about eating to support your health and slow down disease. And when done correctly, healthy eating reduces inflammation, which is connected to most of the major diseases and conditions of our time. And when I figured out how to activate it in my life and get it right for me, that's really when my transformation happened. And I've seen it happen for thousands of people that have been through my program. I took off the extra belly fat, the headaches gone, the digestive issues gone, cholesterol, triglycerides normal. And I'm going to knock on wood here, because it's now been over 15 years and I am not on a single medication to manage any of my digestive issues. And I was on a lot, and I'm really going to knock because my lungs have been holding firm and strong. So what I know is that what they tell us is absolutely right. How we eat really matters, but changing it can be so hard to do. One size doesn't fit all. There's all these weird fad diets. Every person's kind of different. And so you really got to figure out how to activate healthy eating to reduce your specific inflammation. And you got to learn some new food skills so that it doesn't become a third job and you can do it easily and effortlessly. And that's really what my legacy is in making millions of lives better. I want to teach people how to use their fork and their knife to reduce their inflammation and get their eating working better for them, because it is the most powerful tool you have. You can, in fact, improve your life and your health with the power of food. What I want to do today, more than anything, is tell you that it really is possible and the power is in your hands. This is from some folks that have been through my program, but just to demonstrate that when you can reduce inflammation, you solve so much. So whether it's Lester, who lives with type 2 diabetes, who wanted to improve his vitality, energy, A1C, or Zolani, who wanted to improve his energy, his migraines, his gas and bloating, or Stephanie with her migraines, her muscle and joint pain, that extra weight, or Howard, who is a physician who wanted to get off his blood pressure medications, it's really possible once you learn some new things. So what I want you to think about is learning how to eat right for you is going to help you with so much stuff. It will improve your moods, your energy, your sleep. It will help you get to and stay at your ideal weight. And it will help you get relief from things like joint pain, headaches, digestive issues, skin issues. And it will help you prevent and manage major diseases and conditions of our time, things like diabetes, any elevations in blood sugar levels, heart disease and stroke, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high triglycerides, autoimmune conditions, and cancer. In today's webinar, I'm going to help you connect the dots and give you a sense of, is inflammation connected to how you're feeling? I'm going to give you 3 easy tips to eat to reduce it And we're going to talk in particular about how you can assemble healthy snacks. I'm going to give you tips for how to think about assembling. And then I'm going to show you a video of me in my kitchen assembling to show you how fast and easy it can be. And then there'll be some supplemental things you can download from the webpage we built for your company, where you'll be able to download a PDF and look at the videos. And then at the end of this, for folks that are interested, I'm going to talk about my program. It's an online healthy eating lifestyle program. You get to experience session 1 totally for free as my guest. You'll get some great tips, get some new things into place in your life. And then if you decide it's the right thing for you, you can take advantage of your special offer. So the opportunity really is to use food as medicine. This is from the Harvard Medical School, and they say, forget what you thought you knew about healthy eating. Research since the 90s shows beyond all doubt that you can feel better, manage, and lower your risk for the most serious diseases of our time just by following a healthy diet. And the good news is that there's general consensus among the big ones and the experts about what that is. So if you look at the Heart Association, the Diabetes Association, the Cancer Society, so really health conditions that we should all pay attention to, and you look at what they're recommending, or you look at the 2 diets you've probably heard the most about, the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet. So people do really well health-wise on them, and they also enjoy living and eating on them. And then you look at evidence-based guidance, which is Harvard's Healthy Eating Plate. The beautiful thing is that they are all saying very consistent things, which means you get your foundation lined up with healthy eating, and you go a long way to slowing down, avoiding, and managing most of the major diseases and conditions of our time. So when I talk diseases, most people kind of know this already, like, yeah, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, autoimmune conditions, and cancer. But there's this other piece, which is day-to-day conditions that are impacting your quality of life and how you can be in the world, are benefited by reducing inflammation through how you eat. So things like anxiety and depression, fatigue, belly fat, joint pain, digestive issues, headaches and migraines, skin conditions, and food sensitivities. So the goal when you do healthy eating correctly and really get it right for you is it's about reducing inflammation. Think of inflammation like the smoldering fire that's destroying healthy blood vessels, tissues, and cells. So what I'm going to take you through next are signs of it and conditions that are linked to it that are totally improvable with how you eat. So things like belly fat, if you carry that weight in your belly region, it's a sign you have inflammation, and you need to reduce it from a risk standpoint, because you'll start to see the next range of diseases and conditions I'm taking you through next if you haven't already. Mood and brain conditions, so things like depression and anxiety connected to inflammation, ADD, Alzheimer's and dementia, Parkinson's, seizures, pain, so things like headaches and migraines, joint pain, arthritis, fibromyalgia, digestive issues, so IBS, Crohn's, colitis, ulcers, gas, bloating, heartburn, constipation, diarrhea, heart disease and stroke connected to inflammation, so high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high triglycerides. Type 2 diabetes, so metabolic syndrome, any elevations in your blood sugar level, and immune and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, chronic fatigue, multiple sclerosis, thyroid, allergies, so asthma also, eczema, skin conditions, anything with an itis means inflammation. And then there's cancer. So most of us say, yeah, I know I got to eat better, but it's just impossible, right? It feels out of reach. Over half of us say it's easier to do our taxes than it is to figure out how to make healthy eating happen. And that's translating into behaviors not changing. This is from the director of the USDA, and she says Americans haven't made significant improvements in their diet quality over the past 10 years. And I believe the reason why is these existing solutions that we've all tried, are falling short. So you've probably tried the weight loss programs, the diets, the meal plans, the articles, the recipes, the meal kits, prepared food supplements, shakes, bars, foods, all of these things, and they work for a period of time, but they don't solve everything, and they don't really get you to the goal, which is lasting change. And as a behavior change expert, I think it's kind of simple, the reason why, right? They're missing what it actually takes to change people's behaviors. So you got to teach people how to eat. And so we teach our kids how to read, how to do math, how to drive cars, but no one's teaching us actually how to eat. And those fundamentals are really important. And you have to solve inflammation. So many people go at this from, oh, I'll just lose the weight and I'll take care of all that stuff. You actually won't, because it's about something bigger, and weight is a piece of that, but go for the inflammation and get rid of the headaches, the joint pain, the digestive issues, and get to and stay at your ideal weight. And it's about food skills. Eating's a verb. It's a series of behaviors we go through. And so in today's webinar too, I'm going to show you how you assemble this stuff, how you do it, but you got to learn some new skills if you want to turn it into a lifestyle that you love. And you need an easy way to figure it out. So many people try to change how they eat, but they burn out because they take on too much too soon. It becomes all or nothing, and it's impossible. And so you got to be guided through steps. So again, it's possible. It just takes a different approach, and you can really, really get there. You just need kind of another way to think about it. And in today's webinar, I'm going to give you some ideas. So the first one is adjusting how you eat to reduce inflammation is really about three key things. And the way I want you to think about this is, even in the world of healthy foods, it's not all the same. You actually want to move yourself to a place of imbalance, where you're eating more of some foods, eating less of others, and then identifying what you don't digest well, because those undigested food particles make their way out of your gut into your bloodstream. Your immune system does what it's supposed to do, which is clean up the mess. It's like when there's a spill in the supermarket, clean up in aisle 7. Your immune system gets activated. That creates inflammation. And for so many of us, it's not shutting down. So if you really want to reduce your inflammation, it's about these three things and really figuring out the right balance for you. The second piece of all this is it has to taste great. You can't sustain in anything if you're eating things you should be, but you can't stand how they taste. And so many people burn out because they just eat salad, right? Or they're eating the same three things, over-steamed and prepared the same three ways. I like to say to people, you don't eat your pasta plain and overcooked. It has flavor with it. Like, do the same thing for some more of the foods that you want to be eating. And the way you do that is by learning how to flavor food quickly. How do you cook it to add flavor? And what do you surround it with so that it goes beautifully and you really enjoy it? And how do you balance those flavors? So you can make one of these without a recipe, and you can probably do it in your sleep if you've had kids, right? But the same thing has to be true for these beautiful, nutrient-rich foods. And like anything, it's some skills you got to learn and figure out how to do. And that's the cooking and flavoring of healthy food. If you really want to turn healthy eating into a lifestyle, you got to invest some time and learn, how do I make it taste Greek, Mexican, Spanish? How do I balance my flavors? And how do I appeal to even the pickiest of eaters and simply get more of this good stuff in? The third piece of all this is you got to translate what you know you should do into what you're actually doing. And that's simple, easy actions. And that's where it falls down for a lot of folks. They kind of have a sense of what they should do, but they can't really turn it into action. And so in our program, we teach you tons of ideas for how to do that. But in today's webinar, I'm going to teach you one hack, which is fast and easy snacks. So here's tip 1 on snacking. I want you to focus on the plus side of the house, okay? Your job is crowding in awesome nutrient-rich foods. So many people focus on, I can't eat, I shouldn't eat, I won't have, and they focus on the bad. Instead, you will have way more agency just getting more good stuff in to what you and your family are already eating. And I call that the crowd in. So the way I want you to think about this is food literally creates you. So if you were building an extension or a new home or even renovating your bathroom, right? What kind of materials would you choose? You'd choose high quality, good materials that would stand the test of time. Well, the same thing is absolutely true for your body and the foods that you're eating. From a scientific level, really, what's going on is anytime you eat, you're feeding the mitochondria in every one of your cells. And they are the powerhouses of energy that help your body do what it was designed to do. And these guys are essential and they thrive on nutrients. So your job is to eat to pull in nutrients. That's from real whole food, foods rich in nutrients, things like vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, healthy fats. Anytime you're eating, I want you to stop and ask yourself, how can I get a vegetable into this? Okay, and it's a lot easier than you think. You just have to kind of pay attention to it and get it in. So with snacks, the next tip is I want you to call them something different. In my program, we call them power boosts. And the reason why is people think snacks, it has all this baggage. I shouldn't be snacking. It's bad for me food. Instead, think about it from an intention standpoint. What you want to do is power up your day. You want to power your body to do what it was designed to do to run well. And so you want to plan for 2 power boosts, and you want to put them in between when you're eating over the course of the day to keep your energy up. So one is between breakfast and lunch, and the second one is between lunch and dinner. Power boosts will support your goals. They're going to help you pull in the nutrients you need that is helping your body reduce inflammation. They're going to improve your digestion, keep your metabolism strong and running, give you energy at certain points in the day when you need it most. And they're ultimately going to help you with your sugar cravings because the blood sugar levels won't drop in your brain. It won't start screaming out for crap and sugar and all of that stuff. And what will happen is you'll notice you go into your meals less hungry, more in control. You'll ultimately end up eating less food. So how do we assemble it? This is the second tip, okay? I want you to remember 2 to 1. Your job is to assemble these snacks in a way that serve you best. So what I want you to do is anytime you're eating, take that plate and mentally draw the peace sign on it. Divide it into thirds. I want you to fill 2 parts of it with carbohydrate, and I'll talk to you about what that is next, and 1 part protein. Okay, that's the 2 to 1. Choose the foods that you like best. I love orange peppers with a beet hummus. I also like tart, kind of sour Granny Smith apples with some salted almonds. I'm assembling and eating 2 to 1 based on what I like. So it's kind of like painting by number. So in the carbohydrate bucket, choose things that you like. And so a lot of people, when we say carbohydrates, they think it's like grains, and it is grains, but it's anything growing in the ground. So that's all the vegetables, all the fruits, and whole grains. If you're experiencing signs of inflammation, you really want to tinker in the grain bucket because chances are you got to figure out the right amount for you as well as the right kinds for you because they create more inflammation for folks. But I like to tell people focus, especially for those power boosts, on the vegetables and the fruits. From the protein angle, that's the one part of that plate, right? And so some protein sources, as I'll start with the plant ones, that's beans and lentils. So there is no end of the hummuses on the market that you can buy. And when I show you in my kitchen as we start assembling snacks, you'll see tons of them that I'm using. Unsalted nuts and seeds, you can find them slivered, roasted, sliced, diced, nut butters, kind of made out of absolutely anything. And then there's animal proteins. So that's the hard-boiled egg, the chicken, the fish, the beef, and dairy. Harvard also recommends, especially if you have signs of inflammation, that you want to keep your dairy down. No more than 1 to 2 servings of dairy a day. And a serving is a slice of cheese or a cup of yogurt. So for my first power boost of the day, I always start with fruit. Is it, do you like clementine or an orange with some pistachios? Is it a tart green apple with some almond butter or nut butter? Is it a sweet gala apple with a type of hummus? Is it grapes and cheese or cottage cheese with fruit? It's 2 to 1. The second one of the day, I say make a vegetable. So don't make them both fruit. You really want to make sure you're getting the veggie one in. Is it peppers and hummus? Is it egg salad on cucumber? Is it a caprese, mix up that you make in a bowl or on skewers? Is it chicken salad rolled into cucumber? Is it, crudité and vegetables with all sorts of hummuses, or an almond butter with carrots or peanut butter? My daughter has an peanut allergy, so I always say almond butter. Or is it leftovers from dinner the night before that are 2 to 1? Is it a chili? Is it kind of, roasted vegetables with some chicken? You decide. Just assemble and eat 2 to 1. The third tip is you really got to get yourself some good containers and pack them up. So many times people want to do this stuff, but it's a simple failure of not having the right containers. So get yourself some containers, assemble them. I do them all the night before. For me, for my husband, my kids do theirs, and we kind of just get on a roll. We get them done so that we've got them with us, and mine are with me at my desk, and I set a reminder to make it happen. What I'm going to take you through next and just have you watch is me in the kitchen making some of these.
It's Sue Levy from Savory Living, and in today's quick video, we're going to assemble snacks that you love that power you up to have energy through your whole day. What you want to think about is the right proportions. So anytime you eat, take a plate, mentally draw the peace sign on it, and fill 2 parts with either vegetable or fruit, and 1 part protein. That's eating and assembling 2 to 1. So for snacks, we get ourselves some good containers and we're going to assemble 2 to 1. So when we talk about vegetables, it can be anything that you like. And what I love is you can find these guys already washed and ready to go at the market, so it doesn't have to take a lot of time. And then for fruits, most people know those. I'm going to be assembling some great combinations from there. Protein is where people maybe don't know as much about, so I'm going to talk to you about the protein sources. It can be dairy, so things like cheeses. It can be bean-based proteins like hummuses or any kind of bean dip. There's this awesome chocolate-flavored hummus that my family loves. There's a lemon beet hummus, which is pretty killer. And then today I'm going to use this buffalo ranch hummus, which is awesome with some baby carrots. The other types of protein, plant-based wise, are things like nuts and seeds. So there's almonds, pistachios, walnuts, all sorts of nut butters. We're a peanut-free household, so I'm going to be assembling with almond butter today. Or animal proteins, whether it's a hard-boiled egg, a cooked chicken that you get from the market that you dice in, you name it, we're going to eat and assemble snacks that are 2 to 1. So let's get started with our vegetables. The first one I'm going to do is some celery. And so that's the 2 part of what I'm filling. And I'm going to pair it with a protein. So I put it into my container to assemble into. And what I'm going to do is put some almond butter in. You can see it's super easy. Just get it into there and it's delicious, fast, and there's something awesome about the crispy, crunchy celery that's a little bit salty with the sweet almond butter that's creamy and smooth. My daughter loves this one. And there you go. I'm done with Power Boost 1. Next one, I'm gonna do my baby carrots in a container. And I'm filling in a lot of those. And then I'm gonna do my buffalo ranch hummus. So it's almost like eating hot wings, a little bit different. So you can see 2 renegade carrot to 1. Oh, that's good. Next one I'm gonna do are hummus boats. Super easy and fast. My son loves these. I've got my washed red pepper, taking the seeds out. Create my little boats, putting it into my containers. And I got my hummus. And you can find all sorts of really great store-bought hummuses. Find the ones you like. My daughter really likes Trader Joe's. My other daughter likes the Cedars brand. I like all of them with a lot of lemon on it. And here you go, peppers and hummus. The next thing I'm gonna do is start with an animal protein. So I've got some hard-boiled eggs here. Cut it in half. Put it in on this side, and then I'm gonna pair it with some cucumber because I'm thinking about egg salad. So I take my cucumber, slice it, toss it into my container, and I'm gonna give it just a touch of salt to help the cucumber come to life, and even give it just a little bit of fresh lemon juice, which helps the flavors pop. And there's another Power Boost. So let's do a fruit one next. I'm a big fan of apples, an apple a day, good source of soluble fiber. And what I get yourself, you might want to get yourself is one of these apple slicers. Makes it super easy. My apple's ready to go. Grab the sticker off of that one. And what you want to do to get an apple to stay nice and golden in color and yellow and not turn brown is you got to hit it with a little bit of fresh lemon juice. Cutting this into slices. And the sweet apple is pretty killer with either some nuts. It also goes really great with this lemon beet hummus, and I'll show you the color, which I love. So I'm going to go ahead and do one of these. So we got one more snack to go. Maybe we'll do some orange smileys. So I'm slicing my orange. But the trick is to really pick things that you and your family love. So it's got to be something that you like and you want to eat. And you're just assembling it into your containers and filling 2 parts with the vegetable or fruit and 1 part with the protein. So here I'm going to put some pistachios in. And there you go. So I got my snacks done in minutes. You can do all of this from things you can buy really quickly at the market, but it can also be leftover foods from dinner the night before, whether it's cooked vegetables, leftover chili. Just think of it as a smaller size portion and assemble and eat 2 to 1. So until I see you next, live well, eat well, be well. Hi.
Whoop. Don't need to watch that one again. Okay, so hopefully you got this, right? It's in your hands, the power to take control of how you eat and feel. You need to pay attention to inflammation if you have signs of it, and eat and live to reduce it. I want you to pay attention to and really try this hack where you include those 2 power boosts a day and notice a difference in how you feel. Assemble them 2 to 1 and get containers and pack them up. It can be as easy as me just assembling in my kitchen and what I showed you. Pack up the things you love and plan to succeed. And if you're interested and you really do want to kind of take on how you're eating and it's the right time for you, I definitely recommend you check out the free trial of my program. I'll take you through some slides on it next to talk about it. You'll spend 2 weeks where you'll just kickstart your healthy eating practice. And if after that trial's over and you've gone through that first session, you say, you know what, I really am ready, I want to build on what I just learned, that's when you can take advantage of your employer or health plan's special offer around the program. So this is the program. It's the Savory Living, Improve Your Life with Food, Healthy Eating program. It's a proven program. It runs online, on demand, so you're going through it at a pace that works for you. It's 12 sessions that are guiding you through change. You leave having created a healthy eating lifestyle that works for you, that you love. It runs online 24/7 on your schedule on any device. So all you need is a device and the internet. I like to say at 2 a.m. in your pajamas with your bunny slippers, you can go through my program. It's personalized to you and includes a coach. It's a proven 12-session nutrition and cooking curriculum. It's designed for all eaters and skill levels. We have people that are halal, kosher, gluten-free, dairy-free, people who have never cooked in their life, and people that are huge foodies. We have people who know a lot about nutrition and other folks that are really new and just getting started. It meets you where you are, and you go through it at a pace that works for you. So it's not like another thing you're falling behind on and that's piling up behind you. It's also FSA and HSA eligible. And you get to experience that first session and just get some good tips and see if it's right for you. As I talked about, eating to reduce inflammation are these 3 things, and we are helping you get personal to figure out how to activate it in a way that works best for you. We're helping you figure it out over the course of the 12 sessions. And people always ask me, well, how are you doing it? And basically, adjusting how you eat is a bit of an experiment, right? And so it's kind of like peeling back the layers of an onion. You can't start with everything all at once. You got to start with one topic and move through session by session. So we're figuring out how many grains and which kinds, how many fats and which kind, which fruits and vegetables and foods you do better with, which ones are harder, how much dairy. And we're figuring all those pieces out as we move through the program. And session by session, you're learning about a topic, applying it to your life, solving it, and then moving on to the next session. The program is guiding you through easy change. It's 12 sessions and you're done with us. I don't believe in lifetime membership. I think that's criminal. Each session lasts for 2 weeks. So if you went through it as intended, it would take you 6 months to do the whole program, but you can always go more slowly and you can stop it at any time with a click. You leave having figured it out. You know what your Eat Well plan is, and you have what you need to sustain it. So our approach is about behavior change. And if you want to get anybody to change anything, especially food and how they're eating, we got to start with your brain. We have to boost your nutrition IQ so that you say, oh my gosh, I understand that. That's me. I'm fired up to try some things out. And then you need the ideas. What behaviors can you try, and how do you master the eating and cooking skills so that you can assemble that plate at the restaurant, at Nana's buffet table, your friend's holiday barbecue or summer barbecue, airport kiosk, you name it, you can eat well anywhere. And we're teaching you how to make it taste great and do it in your own kitchen too. And the final piece of this, though, is everybody's not the same. You really got to get it right for you. And that's where our coach is helping you, and the coach that you have assigned to you, to help you reduce your inflammation so that you're getting rid of the pain, the headaches, the digestive issues, and getting to your ideal weight. There's 3 simple actions each session. The first one is you watch that class on any device. It's 25 minutes. You learn about a key nutrition topic, and that unlocks the cooking videos and recipes that we want you to get a handle on for that session, those skills you want to learn. The app is then directing you to take some action. Pick the 3 things you're going to spend those 2 weeks on. And then you can log how you're eating and you're feeling and get some skills down, some new behaviors down, and get messages and support from your coach. This is what happens in each of the sessions, and then you move on and go session by session. Some of the results behind our program: 97%, this program motivated and taught me how to eat better. 95% got me to a healthy eating lifestyle I'm still practicing. 92% helped me improve my overall health. We have a 4.8 out of 5-star rating, and our net promoter score, which is how willing would you be to recommend this program to friends and families, is an 80. We beat Noom, we beat MyFitnessPal, and Weight Watchers. This is just some words from folks that have been through our program to help you kind of understand what's different about it. I recommend this to anyone who thinks eating healthier is hard, unpleasant, or takes too much time. What I love is this isn't a diet. It's about making gradual changes that are easy to do. Savory Living simplifies healthy eating and gets it to work right for you. So this is Liz. When people leave our program, we say, take that picture, and you saw some of those at the beginning of this presentation. Lost 20 pounds, no migraines, sleep better, and is healthier. And this is from a recent Google review. I just love the words this person used. I'm so glad to have tried this program. I've learned to cook and enjoy vegetables in so many new ways. I'm learning to eat better, control sugar intake, reduce inflammation, and I'm seeing results: weight loss and lower cholesterol. A final one, how this program is different. This program is phenomenal. It's real eating and enjoyable. I've tried Weight Watchers, Noom, and the Whole30, and they don't compare. What's so different is it teaches you how to eat to reduce inflammation. I feel like a new person. I have energy I didn't have before. I've lost weight, 24 pounds, no more headaches or digestive issues, and I have less pain and inflammation. I've learned healthy cooking techniques that are fast, simple, and delicious, so I can incorporate it into my busy life. The food is so delicious that my family loves it. So if anything here interests you, I invite you to get started. Try session 1 totally for free. No credit card, no contract, nothing. It really is about you kickstarting your healthy eating habit. You'll learn how to eat to reduce your inflammation. You'll learn how to assemble your plate to eat well anywhere, and you'll pick 3 actions that you'll try out over those 2 weeks, and you'll get that personal coaching support. Take control of how you eat and feel. Experience that first session. It's no risk. None at all. And then if after that that session's up, you decide this is for me and I want to do this, that's when you officially sign up, and you do it at your employer's special offer. So I wish you the best. Live well, eat well, be well. Check out getting those power boosts into your day. Make some changes that will really add up and help. And I'm going to stop the recording.